Cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's own WMK TV, Channel 90. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Running a little bit late. Give me a second.
Just didn't do it.
Look at that. Okay, so just give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, give me 1 second. Let me adjust myself real quick. Because I am all over the place right now. Anyway, sorry, I'm doing some backroom stuff, and I gotta wait for my file to upload. Okay. That. Good morning, CSF Nation. I'm Makini, 90-yard Survey Illustrator. Welcome you back to the Hump Day edition of Makini in the Morning. Hope you guys are doing well today. We got a packed Wednesday, in fact. We actually got a very packed Wednesday because not only do we have today's show, but we also have, I also have the Laura Croft video dropping today. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a packed day today. But here's what we're gonna do, and I'll go over the entire the plan for today and the rest of this week, because I'm gonna be streaming a lot this throughout this 4-day weekend. So go turn the camera on. Here we go. All right. So today, let's get a bit further. Let's get a bit further with this. I can't even call it rendering practice anymore for Brianna, because I think at this point it's just turned into an illustration now. But no, I've been putting some work in, and I want to say thank y'all to everybody who's been like commenting on commenting and everything. That's been crazy. It has been absolutely crazy. You guys have been freaking amazing. I knew Brianna was gonna turn heads, but I didn't expect to get like 216 likes on both. I didn't expect to get like 216 likes on both community posts. Two back-to-back community posts on this one. So yeah, there you go. Very but it is turning heads though. So I just kind of took it and ran with it. So, but today we're going to the plan today is to get the try to get see if we can get a little bit further. I'm gonna try to finish today. I'm gonna try to. I am going to try and finish today. And that way we'll have plenty to do. So that way I can focus on getting the batches prepped for the channel members this week. Sorry, I'm eating oatmeal right now. Speaking of which, this will be the final drawing I'm adding to the Term VII art batches for May and June. So channel members, so if you're a channel member, you got a hefty art batch this if you're a channel member, you got a hefty art batch this this time around. So, and for anybody who's new, you guys want to get, full resolution photos or full resolution images, work in progress and stuff like that, including time lapses and such for all my artwork, join the CSF Nation for as low as $1 a month. I'll probably be going over probably later on this week which tier gets which stuff, because there's a lot. So, but yeah, if you guys are interested, you guys want to join, if you guys want to get access to all the art stuff, all the artwork that I've been pumping out for the past 2 months, join the channel. So join the channel. So for as low as $1 a month, you're an excellent company. Special thank you to everybody in my special to everybody, all my members, past and present. So and before we say hi to everybody and do our usual thing, can my channel members, can I ask you do me one little favor? Can we get a CSC, either reply with one of the channel member emojis, or just give a nice where is it? There you go. Just give a nice CSF Nation salute. So shout out to my channel members. I love each and every one of y'all. All right. Like I said, you guys have been loving this damn Brianna drawing, man. Brianna keeps turning heads every time I draw her. And she keeps getting bigger too. Anyway, we got 6 people watching, and thank you guys so much. If you guys can do me one little favor, where's my good?
Hey, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like jiggle
and smack that subscribe button if you want to see more art content from Makini. Thank you so much. And hope you enjoy the show.
Later.
All right, smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button. Appreciate all of your incredible support. All right, let's go say hi to everyone. And of course, a certain Penny is here in the chat. So let me make sure to turn on to turn on the background music just for her. I think we probably need to make a Makini in the morning playlist, like a complete morning show, like a complete curated like morning show playlist. Yeah. All right, let's do this. All right. Say hi to everybody real quick. So, work. I've been catching up with the Discord. Join Discord, link in the description. No, I've been catching up with the Discord, but there's a lot of news too, and I might indulge a little bit later on in the show. Because I cannot believe I'm keeping up with YouTube drama, but I think this whole Ethan Klein lawsuit is probably bigger than we think. To be honest, I think this whole Ethan Klein lawsuit is bigger than we think, and I just want to do a react to, at the end of, we're going to do this at the end of the stream, so don't worry, it's going to be at the end of the show. But I want to react to Asmongold's feelings on Ludwig, because Ludwig is getting so much crap right now, and I think deservingly so. Deservingly so, though. Let me just rephrase that. Deservingly so, because you bring in, you have this Mario Kart party, you have this drunk Mario Kart party where one of your friends is a known drunk, could have potentially suffered from, alcohol poisoning, because 0.32, if your blood alcohol level is 0.32, you are at high risk of alcohol poisoning, even death. And you basically throw him under the bus while trying to save your own ass, trying to cover up for your own ass. I agree with Rev on this one. Ludwig is a fucking snake. And Tectone went off. Like, Tectone went off on that. I ain't ever seen anybody, man. I ain't ever seen Tectone that pissed off. So I might want to react to that later on, just because it's funny. Anyway, Carl, good to see you. Penny, good to see you. Ludwig, Ray, Ludwig. Anyway, Penny, good to see you. Difficulty, good morning to you. Lucky Neko, good morning to you. Neo J, good morning to you. Hump Day, yes, it's Hump Day, ladies and gentlemen. It is Hump Day. Hey, it's Hump Day, guys. We're in the middle of the week, and I got a 4-day weekend ahead of me. So tomorrow, well, today's my last day, and today's my last day this week, or today's my last work day for the week. So I got a 4-day weekend ahead of me starting tomorrow, and I can't wait. DJ Ron G rolls over. Exactly. Difficulty's not a member, but he's putting the God emoji just in case you same. It's just a chill emoji. Ronnie G is giving me the got emoji. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Was good. And comment, Jay. Hey, Emerald, good to see you. I know Emerald's happy to see Brianna. Kenyon is very happy to see Brianna. Rest is Desu did a video, so I haven't seen it. Oh, I've been watching the. Dude, this whole, like I said, I'm like, this whole Ethan Klein lawsuit is, I'm just wondering, it's probably bigger than we think it is. Because I think this also has an effect. I think this is going to have a knock-on effect in terms of content creation moving forward. Like, crazy, man. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna tell you. You know what? Thank you for bringing that up, Ronnie, because I just forgot that Emeru got a lot of shit. Emeru's been in the headlines this week too. All just because she made a sensible take on, hey, this isn't it's not don't just outright just like steal people's content like that, and she got a lot of ish for it, but Emeru's got a strong fan base, so it's probably, I doubt she's gonna get canceled or anything like that. And so but no, I wanted to, and also the one who's been running the most kind of ish, by the way, and we'll probably react to Asmongold's video on that one. The person who gave Emeru the most kind of crap this week turns out to be a moderator on Hamas Diddy Piker's Discord, and it turns out he is an Omega level gooner and probably a definite creep as well. So. Like I said, Omega level gooner. That's it. Throwing stones at glass houses, baby. Anyway. We'll get to that later. We'll get to later. Let's focus on this first. Anyway, so we are on the lighting for this one, and I'm probably gonna have like on this one. I was originally considering doing it. I was actually originally considering doing a silent stream today. I'm probably gonna test that out this weekend and doing just a silent show. You guys can watch it. Focus there. Yeah, Bread Tube's always been a joke. Streamers are always do some weird shit. Yeah, it's also. Dude, this whole thing has been more interesting than anything you watch on like TV, Disney Plus, and anything else. I'm like, damn, this is actually interesting to watch. But I do think that there's probably going to be some ramifications for, you know, the entire, you know, content creator sphere in general. So it'll be interesting. I do think that what's the word I'm looking for? I do think that Ethan will win this lawsuit. I think he'll probably win this lawsuit, and I think he'll probably do it in the same way that Smash will win his against She Who Shall Not Be Named, the failed sex worker and former Kotaku senior editor. Because now she's just kicking it into overdrive, basically. This is crazy, man. This is just freaking crazy, man. This is this is what happens when I hang around. This happens when I'm around all that kind of stuff. But no, with this one for Bray, I don't know how I can explain this. I think it was just a perspective on my end. I think I kind of screwed that up, hence why I think I kind of miscalculated on the perspective angle, hence why Brie has a much larger bust. Which, you know what, it makes sense. Which, you know, to be fair, Brie's always, like I've always said before, Brie's one of the biggest. Brie is one of the biggest next to Kimmy and Ronan. But I also mentioned that the fact that she's very muscular is meant to kind of like as almost as like a support mechanism, basically. A support mechanism. Oh man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Crazy, dude. It's like freaking crazy. Oh, that's the clothing! Oh, so that's clothing. Sorry. I'm looking at the wrong layer. Okay, where is... Where's soft lights? That's for the clothing. But what about for the skin? Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, I was looking for my freaking skin tone. No, it's like I've been chugging along at this. Like I've been chugging along at this for the past 2 days, and let me turn the music up just a little bit. No, I've been chugging along at this for the past 2 days, and it really does feel like it's getting there. It feels like I'm learning more and more. Like for example, like the freaking gold areas around here that I really do. I feel like the gold areas were a nice touch, and the pattern was. Are you guys familiar? Okay. Where do I get the gold the gold pattern from? Okay, so are you guys familiar with an artist name? Show of hands in the chat. Who knows or who has heard of Dishwasher 1910? Show of hands in the chat. Who has heard of Dishwasher 1910? For those who know, Dishwasher used to be a former concept artist at Rooster Teeth, and for Ruby specifically, not a word. Okay, dishwasher. I was taking from some of his. You know what? Let me show you. This. Here, I'll show you. I don't know if this may not jog your memory. Okay, dishwasher 1910, and he is well known for his I know it was because his drawings, his artwork on 2B from Nier always ends up being cosplays. They get his artwork gets turned into cosplays all the time. But no, he's a former concept artist at Rooster Teeth. But no, it's very popular too. No, it was that's where I got the idea for Bree's swimsuit. The pattern I got for Bree's swimsuit came from this. So I was just wanted to share this. But no, I know the work is his work always keeps ending up being turned, especially when it comes to 2B. His work gets turned into cosplays and concept art and stuff like that. It's dude, these outfits are sick. I love that. I know dishwasher. Yes, I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna be full, but yeah, it's cool, man. Just like I said, for concept artists at Rooster Teeth, so and especially at Ruby. But yeah, I was I thought about that. I thought about that for ideas for a Breeze swimsuit, and I was like, oh, I like that. Oh, look at that black and gold motif. I like the gold motif though. That's where I got the idea for the gold pattern, basically. I probably could have gotten a little bit further. I probably would have gotten a little more further though with that, but I think that's just enough. I think that's just enough, you know. I do think that is just enough. Okay. Okay, so we got the hair. We pretty much got everything done, practically. Although it's interesting with the hair. With hair, trying to do everything. There's this. I feel bad though. I think the weird part is I feel real bad about this though, because the pose and angle was from two specific drawings I had in mind. Two specific drawings I was looking at. So I was like, I like that angle so much. I'm gonna try that and try to It's so weird with me sometimes because it's a weird kind of thing with me sometimes because I like to I see a pose or I see an angle or a composition I really like, and I usually try to kind of and I usually tend to kind of draw from that. I usually try and get my pose ideas from that, but I try so hard to stand out and do it differently, switch it up, make adjustments to the pose and stuff like that, and try to attempt differently so it doesn't feel like I'm just directly copying. That's what it feels like. It's always been that thing that's been chipping at me whenever I do stuff like this, is that I always worry that I'm just blatantly copying a pose or copying a style or something like that. It's no, you're freaking learning. And I keep telling myself, no, Makini, you're just learning. You're learning. You're wanting to improve. You found a style that you feel right at home with. You feel right at home, and you feel you want to just continue just learning from it and improving on it. And something about this loose approach. It's very loose, by the way. This is very, very loose. Hinto and you get 249 for the inspiration for this loose approach. And feels like I've gotten faster going this very loose, just doing it loose, keeping it loose. It really does feel like I've gotten faster. Keeping everything loose. Weird. It's very weird. Because you can see how the lines aren't necessarily nice and clean, yet it works though. Yet it works. Yet it works though. It's loose. It's very loose, but it really does pop though. Yet there's a pop to it. And I'm like, man, I've been really addicted to this very loose approach lately. That's why the rendering practices I've been kind of I feel like I've been pumping them out. I feel like I've just been pumping them out in this style though. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Just something about the looseness of it. It feels achievable. It feels achievable. I think that's the word it is. It feels achievable. I think that's how I kind of look at it. I think that's kind of how I kind of look at the styles that I study. Styles that I study and stuff like that is, for an artist I study, it's just I look at it in the sense of, is this achievable for me? And I think anything can be achievable. I think anything can be achievable, but I think for someone like me, I feel like this is very much achievable. And I feel like your stuff really does. You can be creative with it. You can create, eye-popping stuff. And you just find what works for you. Find what works for you. Find what you see as achievable. Realistically, do you feel this style is achievable? And I feel like yes. So that's what people will say is taking the plunge. I guess you could say taking that plunge. And I'm just cleaning this up. But no, I've been really happy to see you guys really came out. I didn't expect to get 2 back-to-back community posts. I have 2 back-to-back community posts with 216 likes. I'm like, damn, I did not expect that. I guess it's a good way to finish out the this term, And I always keep the hair layer. The hair layer is always on top. Okay, so we got that. What else? We'll go here. The Terminator. Okay, that's right, Terminator. You're shading my dark skin. Question: does Terminator shading apply to dark skin though? I don't think, probably not as much though. I'm thinking not as much though. I don't think Terminator shading applies to. Maybe. Okay. Let's see. shading apply to? Does Terminator shading apply to? Does Terminator shading apply to dark skin though? Listen, you know what? Look that up. Dark skin, does that apply? Unless the that should apply to dark skin. No, it probably is. Probably is. Probably not. Okay. Probably not. But I do need to go back to my bounce lighting because I need to have that blue reflected from the sky. Because she's on the beach, so like that recent Kojima title, which I saw Latino Parfait just like rip. I saw Latino Parfait's video, like she rips like Mutahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, just rip him to shreds over how much he was shilling for Death Stranding 2. And the more I watch Kyle play it, the more I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I just don't see the game of the year. I just don't see Death Stranding 2 as game of the year material, to be honest with you. It's I think in all honesty, I think the reviews are glazing up Kojima a bit too much. Hot take, but I think the reviewers are glazing up Kojima a bit too much. It's too much. Like I give Ish for Cuckman being very pretentious, being incredibly pretentious. But then I look back at the original source and I'm like, yeah, I look at Death Stranding 2 and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of pretentious too. Like, I don't know. Just, like, you know, it might chalk up to the fact that I don't get it. But I'm at the same point, I'm like, I'm sorry, you have skippable boss fights, a lot of traversing and walking in a way, and I still don't get what the hell's going on. I still don't get it. Sorry. It's kind of a little pretentious in a way. It's just, I don't know. I don't see it as game of the year material. I see Expedition 33 is more GOTY material, honestly. Than Death Stranding 2. Speaking of which, your boy Jason, our boy Jason is our boy Jason got caught in 4K again. You know, with him shilling Death Stranding, say he avowed more than Expedition 33, and I'm like, you are free to have your opinions, but I feel like the more you open your mouth, Jason, the less I respect you as a journalist. I think that's what it's come down to. I think the apathy is starting to kick in between me and Jason Schreier. It's just, the more you open your mouth, the less I respect you as a journalist. And I don't have much respect for you as a journalist to begin with, but I have that infamous I still have that infamous Dragon Age. Tweet. I still have it, guys. It's still there. It is proudly in my media database. I still have it. Yeah. Why'd you delete the tweet, Jason? Just wonder, why'd you delete the tweet? He's doing his thing. He's just that he doesn't post on Twitter anymore. He's fled to Blue Sky. Obviously, because everybody flees to Blue Sky now. Everybody flees to Blue Sky because it's like, it's Twitter 2017, basically. I'm like, of course you go to Blue Sky. Yeah, you know, I need to get that Dragon's Crown. I need to get that Dragon's Crown tweet, and I need to put that in the meme pile. I need to put that in the meme section. Okay. Okay. I think we are. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think. It's only no. So yeah, you know, there's probably still a couple more things I need to do anyway. It's like keep that loose style, you know, try to keep it like very loose. Keep this style loose, you know. Adding some bounce light colors around the outlines here. I think about like what 40 or so. I think about 40 or so layers at this point. I think about 40 or so layers. Okay, so we got that. Save it. Okay, next up, let's. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just do a simple stand. Let's do a simple stand. Here. Oh no, I don't need to. Yeah, I think about like 3 layers in. What is that? That was weird. was weird. That was weird. Okay, let's try that again. It should be. Or oh, I think it's because of this. Okay. What? Okay. Okay. One and two in the chat. One for just sand, or two for water, basically. Her feet just like water splashing. Like water kind of water splashing. You know, have like draw some water at the bottom. Let me know, guys. Let me know. I know you don't like that sand gets in everywhere, but still. Okay, you guys. Oh, you guys want waves? Okay. Then let's draw some waves then. Okay, we'll draw some waves. Okay, let's do some waves then. Let's do. Okay, so we'll need to do the sand first. Yeah, let's do the sand first. All right, let's do the sand, and why is it transparent? Okay, there we go. It's so weird. My background looks so weird. My ink, the ink brush looks transparent. Okay. It's so weird. Okay. Okay, I think we're fine. Okay. There we go. We'll do that. And then let's do. So let's do. Morning, monkey. Let's try to do this from memory here. I guess this is sky blue. Try to do it without looking it up, though. I have confidence to be able to do that. Okay. Why is it looking transparent though? I don't understand. John, are you noticing this? Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay, there we go. Why is it set to multiply? What the freak? The deuce? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is it set? Oh, why is it set to multiply? So let's do that. Dip your toes into the water. Why not? Why not dip your toes into the water? You know? I was like, wow, it looks much better now. It looks much better now. You proved on the highlights in us, thank you. Okay. So let's do it this way. Then we want to get that, let's do a layer. So we're gonna flip this one. Damn, I need some aquatic music though. And you know what? Actually, here's a funny thing. I think I didn't share this with you guys. The Cynthia short that you guys saw yesterday, Monday, I had to re-upload that. Actually, it's actually a re-upload. The reason why is because the song that I was going to use, the song that I plan to use, is actually blocked worldwide. I was like, oh, yeah, my show was blocked worldwide, so I had to switch out. I had to switch songs out. So it was "Still in Love" by Ross Couch, and I was like, that was the song that made me think about the Cynthia drawing, and I'm like, oh. It's kind of funny with the shorts playlist. I'm kind of like noticing, like, okay, these songs are like, there's no like copyright. Some of the songs are like, I didn't realize there's a claim for them. No, it was, the song was blocked worldwide, and I had to re-upload it. That's why I used "All of Me" by Kid Mark. I used Kid Mark. I was like, I need to find something that is very similar to what I wanted to go for, that emits that kind of feeling. And I was like, oh, "All of Me" by Kid Mark would be perfect for that. Like, what the frick? I was looking at it, I was like, what? I was like, okay, we gotta be like super careful when it comes to Ross Couch. Like, I didn't realize it was just gonna be blocked worldwide. I was like, but dude, I forgot who was it. I don't know if it was Kenyon or somebody asked me if I was gonna draw other polka girls in the future, and I told them that I was like, I've drawn Hilda like twice at this point. I've drawn Hilda twice. Jesse might be interesting. Like, I am seeing so many fan art of Jesse, so I'm like, you know what, Jesse might be a good I was like, there's something to think about. I was like, you know what, I might add that to the July stuff. I don't know if I'll have I don't think I'll have time to do an American flag bikini. I kind of want to do one just for 4th of July though, but I don't think I'll be able to. Like, the kids underused. Listen, there's too many. Wait, listen, we can list off the numerous amount of girls in Pokemon that are underutilized. We can list them off. Too many, okay? It's just Cynthia. Cynthia's my weakness, okay? Cynthia is my weakness. Okay, I'm just like, I would lock that shit down. It looks delicious, thank you. It looks delicious. Bree hits that. You know, Bree kind of hits like that, you know, just like that really, I feel like I've hit the perfect blend of the usual muscular dark skin, the usual muscular dark skin tomboy that we see in anime and video games a lot. I feel like we've hit that perfect blend. It's like, because like her biggest inspirations were Mirko and Ghislaine from Mushoku Tensei. It's like a very big framework. We could probably think of a couple more muscular dark skin tomboys with white hair, because there's a lot of them. With white hair. But I thought it was Bro. There was like fan art. I'm addressing Ray's comment. There was fan art of Mirko dressed as Jessica Rabbit. Well, guess what, Ray? Guess what, Ray? Guess who decided to cop Mirko's style for Halloween last year? Just guess who? Yeah, Bree. Yeah, Bree. Bree just dressed up as Jessica Rabbit for Halloween last year. Bree dressed up as Jessica Rabbit, and that was all because he's basically idolizing Mirko. So yeah, and I gotta say, I think that's probably the best Halloween costume, because damn, she looks good as Jessica Rabbit. It was probably the one time that she had to basically undread her hair to kill him. Look, pulls it off, bro. Bree pulls it off. Bree pulls off the Jessica Rabbit look. That was so much fun to draw, though. Kind of following that same vein of Mirko and Mariah Carey dressed up. Mariah Carey, who was also Jessica Rabbit for Halloween. Not bad. Bree's not bad. She's just drawn that way. It's just drawn that way. But no, it's like no. But I've noticed it's a common thing. It's a common thing. I didn't realize I low key. That's why I made that thumbnail the way it is, because I realized that I've drawn Brie in a swimsuit for 3 years in a row now. 3 years in a row. I was like, huh? I didn't realize I was making. I didn't realize I was think I was doing it all the time. So I was like, okay, you know what? Why not? I was like, and then the fourth one, I don't plan it though. You know what the funny thing is? I don't plan it. It somehow pops up in my head every summer, and I'm like, I'm not even thinking about it somehow. Swimsuit. I'm like, what the freak? She can pull it off, though. She can lovingly pull it off. We don't know you're not, but hey, you're the best kind of fear that I got. Kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. Okay, let's do. You know what? Thank you guys for selecting two. Thank you guys for selecting two. Thank you guys for selecting two. Because this is a great idea. I was like, why not have Brie dip her toes in the water? I realize I've been drawing a lot of waves though. I'm watching dark skin mechanical tomboy magic right now, and it's really bad. Listen, I'm not gonna stay. Listen, okay, Sean, you, how dare you? Sean, how dare you bring that up? How dare you that's a trigger, okay? That's a micro. Sean, you just triggered a microaggression with me right now, okay? Listen. You know what? You know what? You get it for me. Look here, okay? You know what? You get it from me. You know what, Sean? You just triggered a microaggression. You getting it now. Yes, let me get something to say about this, because I ain't saying this on Sunday. Look here, okay? The discourse, and yes, I turned the music down just for this. The discourse has been the discourse around this dang show is not surprising in the slightest. And why are people surprised by this? Why are people surprised? I want to ask you this. Why are people surprised? Sean, why are you surprised? Because Riri was a shit character in the comics. I would argue, arguably, probably one of, if not the worst character created in the all new, all different Marvel, next to America Chavez and such like that. But to be fair, Gabby Rivera is a national America. Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. No. The 2017 all new, all different Marvel was an atrocity, but Gabby Rivera's run on America Chavez is such chef's kiss. It is so incredibly bad, so incredibly woke that you have to listen to this. I love it. Like holy menstruation. Like, oh my God. Just couldn't even redeem it. Daddy, listen. Okay, let me get back on track here. Everybody is surprised. Everybody's surprised. We see the same thing. We knew this was going to happen. You criticize this show, and you're going to get accusations of, oh, you're a racist. Oh, you're this, that, or the third. Because Riri, by their stupid ass but Riri, by these dumbasses here, Riri represents everyone. She represents the black community. She represents the typical black woman struggle. She represents all that kind of shit. So I'm just like, it's in here, and I'm just like, this is the same song and dance talking points we have heard for years at this point. And I'm just like, it's either the excuses are it's just a TV show, or you criticize it, or you're racist. Which is it? Like, pick a freaking lane and stick with it, okay? Because you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say in one breath say, "Oh, it's just a show. It's just a TV show." And in the same breath is that you criticize it, you're a racist. Which is it? Pick a damn lane and stick with it. And to everybody who is trying so bad to prop up this show as some kind of, black excellence kind of shit like that. I'm like, this is what we have. This is why you're criticized for this is what we call soft bigotry of low expectations. This is soft bigotry of low expectations here. And you're a fucking idiot. Riri was a shit character in the comics. She is a shit character here. This is a shot for shot, word for word. How can anybody be this surprised? No, this was the work of Bendis, by the way. Riri is the work of Bendis. Okay? Just God. Like, I'm surprised they didn't have that. I'm surprised they didn't recreate that scene where Riri was asking for her elementary school teacher to be racist towards her. I'm genuinely shocked. Like, we all knew this was good. Like, come on, guys. Like, I gave up. Like I said, I gave up the MCU after Endgame. After No Way Home, I was done. Because I knew exactly where this was going. And I was like, yep, this is going to happen. Yep, this is going to happen. They have to copy beat for beat, what has been going on with, 2017, all new, all different Marvel. This is just like that. And I am just genuinely shocked that you guys have been paying attention. Nobody has been paying freaking attention to this. I saw this right after Endgame. I knew exactly where this was going. Okay? So, the people coming into like Jay the Concepts chat and shit like that, trying to make all these excuses, and I'm like, you guys are pathetic. You guys are freaking pathetic. Like, this is soft bigotry of low expectations. What do I always say? To everybody who wants to cry representation, how about this? How about just universally, as the black community say universally, how about we demand better representation, whatever this shit is? How about we demand better? How about we demand better? How about we do that? Somebody went into some bitch made account on Twitter was basically accusing Epic Mike of not being black enough because he was criticizing the show. And I had to come in and make a quote tweet. And I'm like, I'm sorry. You don't speak for me. You don't speak for anybody. You don't speak for me. You don't speak for anybody else in the black community. You don't speak for any black person in general. You only speak for yourself. You're an embarrassment. And you don't get to judge even. You don't get to judge whose melanin count, how much melanin count somebody has as well. God, you fucking people are pathetic sometimes, man. Jesus Christ. The same goes for every single person trying to prop up the damn Carmelo Anthony jury, by the way. The whole Carmelo Anthony situation. I'm like, no. dude. No, dude. If the roles were reversed and everything was switched over, we would have that same problem. Everybody would have that same problem. In fact, everybody would be making this more of a freaking hate crime. But no, fuck off. I'm sorry. Hey. Okay, I got it out of my system. Dang it, Sean, you triggered a microaggression. Sean, I blame you. Oh my god. I'm going Daniel Launders here, you know. What Sean said was okay was really a microaggression, okay? Microaggression. You know what? I took fucking you know what? I gotta admit, just when the Black Panther game was shut down, was canceled, and Cliffhanger Studios was laid off, I was just like, all the best to you guys. Hope you guys get back on your feet, but at the same time, I can't have too much sympathy because one of your former talents blatantly outright said that it's much safer that apparently being around people who look and think exactly like you is a safe environment. And you do I say I hate white people? No, you hate white people, okay? Maybe I look forward to your Validate sequel, Danny. Sorry. Yes. These people still care, Power. Dude, people are still making freaking excuses. People are really desperately trying to turn this into a race thing with Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf on trial. They're still trying to turn this into a racial thing. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. Dang it, Sean. How dare you? How dare you set me off like that? King of the Monsters. I'm sorry. It's just like, bro, don't you start with me. I think I was just, to be fair, I was probably just building up. To be fair. Hold on a second. First off, Sean. First off. Second. Watch it with the dog. No, Sean, I'm not going to. You know what? I still keep talking about it. Every time this happens, I still keep talking about it. We still keep talking about it to this.
Fighting 400 and still fighting to this day. To this day.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? This is up. Okay? I'll tell you something. This whole thing, man. I'm just saying. Oh, that's right. Mecha Break is out. Son of a break. Mecha Break is out. Son of a freak. I forgot there's a freak there. Ah! Hold on. I gotta go on Steam real quick. Hang on. I just forgot Mecha Break is released. Oh, we got to. Where is it? Where's my Mecha Break? Where's my Mecha Break? Oh yes. Mecha Break is out. Oh, it's out of early access. Okay. Add it to the library. It is now available in your Steam library. Oh yes. Where's my Mecha Break? Where's my Mecha Break? Where's my Mecha Break? Okay, so it's finally out of early access. Okay. I can't play it, so man. Aw. You know what? I'm just gonna say this right now, Sean. I'm just gonna say this, Sean. You know what? This shit right now. This is how I feel. This is how I feel. Okay. You want my honest thoughts on the Marvel hit sweeping the nation. This is my feelings on Ironheart right now. Okay. This is my damn feelings on Ironheart. This is my feeling on Ironheart right now.
Hey, Sway Lee, hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
That's my review. That's my review of Ironheart. There you go, Sean. It's a 2-pack of ass. I need to save that Joe Budden clip for my. There are a couple of clips I need to save for Makini Live. It's a 2-pack of ass, all right? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Atreus, for that. Oh, I'm just telling you right now, that shit stinks, okay? 2-pack of ass. Oh, okay. You tell nothing until you experience the first thing. Get out of here. Oh my god. But yes, Mecha Break is here. Yes, Mecha Break is finally released. It's finally released out of early access, so I will be playing. That was Atreus who suggested that clip, yes. I thought I suggested it. I remember. Was that you suggest? I can't remember. I remember seeing that clip on Atreus' channel first, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if it was either you. It might have been you, Emerald, who suggested that to me, though. But I'm saving that. That's going into my clip library, okay? That's going into the memes, all right? Thanks, man. Thanks. Apparently, it's the lowest rated MCU show on Disney Plus. I mean, that's some stiff competition when you got Falcon and Winter Soldier, Secret Invasion, Agatha All Along. Well, actually, you could probably argue that out of all the MCU shows, Agatha All Along is probably the best one, and not by a long shot. And She-Hulk. We ain't ever bringing She-Hulk again. I ain't bringing this shit again. I ain't bringing this shit up again. God, that was bad. I'm just saying, on Disney Plus, the MCU has been batting 1,000. I'm kidding with that name. I'm sorry. Sorry. This is, dang it, Sean. How dare you? I'm just saying, for what I'm saying, it seems like the probably the one that's least, probably the one that the probably the one that's probably the least be pissed people off the least is Agatha all along. Maybe because it's not established to a property like maybe it's because it's not heavily established and it feels more like a standalone than, you know, what we saw with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was bad. She-Hulk was an atrocity. She-Hulk was an atrocity. There's so many, man. Anyway, I got a video coming out later this morning, guys. For you guys voted on the Laura Croft video, so I'm gonna make that a thing. So okay, I am all over the place right now. So that's what you guys get. So you guys get, like I said, I blame Sean for this, but you know, that's what you... Oh, Sean, I love you, man. I'm just like, bro, how dare you bring up how dare you say that name, Ironheart, which I still think should have been, which Marvel probably should have had. Marvel could have at least had the foresight to actually look up to see if the name Ironheart was taken, because you know the fact that the shit is the name of some Poontang parody film, some Japanese Poontang parody film here, and I'm like, y'all should have. This is on y'all. The fault is on y'all. So for it's a Japanese Poontang. So what? So Marvel's doing so hard. What to do they have left except Rivals? Oh, speaking of which, they just let me look up Legacy of Kaiser real quick. Speaking of which, we're gonna we'll do some reactions real quick. I want to share this with you guys first. Speaking of which, speaking of Rivals, they just revealed who the next character is, and it is and it turns out to be, wait. Ooh, they got trailers. Okay, here we go.
After yawns, another comes to my Glentar. To me, my queen in black.
We got Phoenix. We got Phoenix. And we got Blade. This animation is... Bro, this animation is freaking insane. But yeah, we got Phoenix. Damn, he looks good, bro.
Null is coming, and time will spiral into darkness.
We're doing the whole Planet of the Symbiotes right here, man. We got freaking Planet of the Symbiotes, and we got some symbiote skins as well. So yeah, so Phoenix and Blade are finally coming. Let's get Symbiote Queen, and then we got even symbiote skins for a bunch of characters in the battle pass. So that's pretty cool. That is really damn cool though. That is really, really cool. Forget Blade. I still want explanation. I'm sorry, Falcon Winter Soldier was shit. That was shit. It was shit, Sean. Okay, but Sean, I'm listen. I'll tell you this, okay? If you Emerald and Emerald, I know you in the chat, Emerald. If you're listening right now, well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you right now, man. You can't have. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You can't. You making a game, right? I understand. You gonna have a near automata collaboration. I'm guaranteeing you this. Okay, you are going to have a near automata collab. Okay, Yoko Taro's in for Yoko Taro wants money. Okay, I'm just saying. You gonna have a near automata collaboration. All right, you somehow you're going to end up getting a near automata collab, okay? It may not fit, but you somehow it's going to happen, okay? Because why not? Why not? Why not? As long as you do him justice, all I'm saying, Emerald, make sure you do her justice, okay? Just make sure you do them justice. I'm just saying. Hell, do some Midnight Rush. Yeah, hell, Midnight Rush may end up having a near automata collab. You know what? Sean may do something. Sean's next project is going to have a near automata collaboration somehow. Somehow Sean is going to have a near automata collaboration. Okay. Okay. Somehow. All right. You saw that shit. Listen, okay. Listen, okay. Okay, Sean. Let me throw it back in your face. What makes Falcon and Winter Soldier better than Agatha all along? Okay, what makes Falcon and Winter Soldier good then, Sean? Please, I would love for you to explain that to me. Okay, explain me how Falcon and Winter Soldier is good. Please describe that to me. I'll wait. I will wait. I ain't watching any of. The reason I said Agatha over Falcon and Winter Soldier is because it seems that Agatha isn't the one that pissed everybody off. Agatha didn't piss everyone off as much. It's bad, yes, but it didn't piss everybody off. John Walker's the only reason. And how much is he bitch slapped in that show? How much is he bitch slapped in how much is he I didn't say it was good. I just said from what I've been seeing, Agatha is probably the one that pisses off people less. Compared to Falcon and Winter Soldier, compared to Falcon and Winter Soldier, compared to Secret Invasion, compared to She-Hulk. It's like the lesser of two evils. I don't know, man. It's just from what I'm seeing. It's just John Walker got bitch slapped in both in that show and in the Thunderbolts. Good point. You ain't wrong, Sean. You're not wrong with good character. I'm just saying it didn't piss anybody off as much just because it felt like more like a standalone. It was probably shit in its own right. It's just isn't John Walker still a punching bag in a Thunderbolts film though? He's still a punching bag. Kata made a good video. Like Kata made a really good explanation why John Walker probably deserves why John Walker was the best character. And I'm like, yeah, he agreed. Because it was sus. Good point. Okay then. I'm just saying. Secret Invasion pissed everybody off. She-Hulk pissed everybody off. What's the point then? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying from the reviews I'm seeing, I'm like, damn, this is shit, but this is like the lesser two evils. I'm just saying with John Walker, it doesn't negate the fact that how much Bucky was screwed over and how much it made even Anthony Mackie unlikable. I'm like, bro, you got to be fuck you. Oh yeah, Ray was censored, and the fact that they dodging the question is like, yeah, those devs, yeah, you in for it. Those devs are asking for it. I'm just saying. Whew, I'm going off on a tangent right now. Listen, let me get into this. I got 30 minutes. We got 30 more minutes, so I want to get into this. I want to get into this Ludwig situation real quick. Smack that like button, naked Joe, guys. I'm just going off. I'm just all over the place today. Just all over the damn place today. But seriously, Emerald, you're getting a Nier Automata collab, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's gonna happen, okay? Somehow. Okay, where's the freaking Ludwig shit? Cause Asmund was pissed. Like Asmund was pissed. Where is he? It's over. Jail. Was it this one? Was it this one? Hang on. No, that's the legal mindset. That's the legal mindset. I need to see one on Ludwig. I need to see the one on Ludwig. Because he lost his damn mind. You know what? You know what? You're right on that. And Asmund's right. No, was this? Yeah, that Ludwig and Mango drama, bro. Oh, here we go. This is from yesterday. Yeah, and that's extra Emily, by the way. The same extra Emily who got in trouble for running a red light in Austin while live streaming. Yeah. Just remember, just want to say you guys here, if your blood alcohol level is over 0.32, you're at high risk of alcohol poisoning and even death. Oh, why are you seeing a black screen? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Let me play this again. Sorry about that. Sorry. Let me play this again.
But I just don't respect people's morals. Like Ludwig goes and pulls up my chat to try to make me look bad. You're getting this brought up because you trying to play games on me. You trying to make me look bad. We're gonna talk about it.
Here's the context wagon. Ludwig, big YouTube content creator. They had an event which was basically a Mario Kart drunk challenge. One of the streamers, Mango, got weird and started sexually harassing other streamers.
So this is what the guy did, right?
No. He's humping toes. No.
Yeah. Extra Emily.
End it. Now, if you did this to a female coworker, I think we all know what would happen. Yeah. He got kicked out of Cloud9 for this.
And Ludwig, in particular, immediately distanced himself from his friend of many years.
And no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moves events. Because, it's a privilege to go to an event.
The situation went so viral that even Twitch stepped in and banned this streamer. And then...
Ludwig enabling Mango to drink dangerous levels of alcohol. What is this?
Okay, Mango is like an alcoholic.
Even Ray immediately knows this is a little bit not great.
Mango PB! Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
Throughout the event, contestants blew into a breathalyzer.
Hey, everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
Like I said before, and I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this from personal experience. I never drink. I never drink. I've been basically scared as a child. Basically, my parents basically scared me as a child to about drinking and such like that. And plus, I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen to family members. So I've seen that happen to family members, by the way. But if your blood alcohol level is at 0.32, you are in high risk of alcohol poisoning and possibly death. And the thing is that Ludwig enabled this. I'm like, you knew your friend is a known alcoholic who has had actually trouble with alcohol, and you would bring him to an event like this, where to get to a point where he getting him blacked out drunk, and you trying to pretend like, and you're trying to play it off like this is not, play it off like trying to rub your hands off of it, trying to wipe your hands clean from it. Like you take no responsibility, no accountability in this whatsoever. And I think Asmongold has every right to be mad because the same expectations that were thrown on Asmongold was, freaking Ludwig doesn't share those same kind of doesn't live up to have those same kind of expectations. Basically, it is scumbag behavior. Ludwig is a snake.
That's dangerous. Let's up those numbers.
I better not even for a fucking second hear anything about my chat. Oh, my chat said something bad.
Wait, hold up. Black female protagonists. Let's check Asmon's chat real quick. Halo DEI. DEI trailer. Oh, it's a DEI game. If you didn't notice, that woman, you heard me say woman, was black. So that is woke and not a game I'll play.
So you trying to make me look bad because of my chat, but you don't want to look bad because of your friend.
I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moo's event.
That you told to drink alcohol at your party. You knew he was blood alcohol poisoning level drunk.
Yes.
And you were gassing him up. But the moment that I watch a trailer and I don't say a single thing, you're trying to farm hate on me. I wonder which one is worse. People saying DEI in the comments section or real life sexual harassment and alcohol poisoning. Oh my God. Oh, my chat said something bad. Fix your friends. Then maybe we can talk about my chat.
Lights up those numbers!
I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moo's event. You know, it's a privilege to go to an event.
Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of which, it actually goes into much deeper because I want to bring this up. I was watching this from Pegasus. I was watching this from Pegasus yesterday, and I was like, yeah, this is. I was watching this from Pegasus yesterday. He was covering this shit, and this is a good thing to bring up. I just want to react.
Welcome back to a series. So
let me find it.
Up on him even a little bit
because Tectone lost his damn mind, bro. Tectone went off, like he went completely off.
were supposedly like super close friends, his ride or die. That is how Ludwig would refer to him. And with friends like Ludwig, who honestly needs enemies? Bro is so spineless, he immediately threw Mango under the bus, did not accept any accountability in what he did. You could have literally just said, okay, what Mango did was wrong, but also what I did was disgusting. I should not have invited an alcoholic to a drinking party. I should not have encouraged him to get more and more drunk on camera for the sake of views or entertainment for my stream. I should not have celebrated him literally drinking himself to the point of poisoning himself. But instead, what did Ludwig do? He wants to save his PR. Everything is about maintaining his audience. Oh, I'm such a good guy. I'm trying to mathematically craft the most inoffensive take possible. That is literally how Hassan describes him, by the way. And he's not wrong about that one. Ludwig tries to appeal to the max amount of people possible so he can get the max amount of viewers and the max amount of people don't hate him and watch his content. Well, sucks for him, but he couldn't hide his true self forever, and this drama just brought it out. And while the chat argument is definitely a little bit different and there's a lot of nuance to it, in this case, it definitely applies. Ludwig is absolutely in part responsible for what happened to Mango that night. And people brought this up in the comments as well. The fact that if a bar owner like overserves a guy drinking alcohol, they can be held like legally liable. If a bar overserves a customer, the bar can face several legal and financial consequences. This may include fines, loss of liquor license, and civil lawsuits from individuals harmed by an intoxicated patron. In some cases, bar employees or owners could even face criminal charges. So obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the legal details, but it seems like Ludwig could have possibly been held legally liable because he's the guy who hosted the event. There's tons of clips of him saying, let's get those numbers up, which is like so horrible, man. And it was after this, Tectone calls him out saying that this isn't just petty drama.
Ludwig, if you had a fucking spine, you would understand that you fucked up bringing Mango into that situation. You need to wake the up. Because if you are going to say that a streamer is in charge of their chat, yes, the streamer host should be fucking taking care of the people in their community. This isn't drama, Ludwig. This is you putting streamers' lives at risk for content. He blacked the out. Even his tweets show he has no idea what the happened. He doesn't even remember the night's events. He doesn't even remember.
Hey, let me rephrase this. Power says this is one of the reasons why people do not want Ludwig to join the VTuber sphere, either because he can't control himself within the IRL sphere. Yeah, sociopath, maybe a psychopath. Ray says, I don't like Asmin, I don't like Zach, but I dislike his detractors even less for being more disingenuous. People who do criticize him and call out for good reasons are people with standards. Good point. Good point. Good point. I don't agree with Asmin going on everything. Same way I don't agree with Tactone and everything, but I do enjoy their content. So, they make and to be fair, and the thing is that with Zach is like he tends to make a lot of middle of the road. It's very middling opinions. It's like very middle ground kind of opinions. It's just it speaks to, I guess in a way, it's somehow those middling opinions are much more. it resonates much more well with his viewers, more so than say somebody like Hassan or like Denims or like Mike from PA or any of those kind of guys.
Doing anything, he was that fucked up, and you encouraged that. Now, some people are saying that he got to a 0.37 later in the party. I cannot verify that.
Okay, so again, I have no idea who actually said that, who messaged him privately or whatever. So I'm just going to ignore that because, 0.32 is already bad enough. It doesn't change the fact that the levels of alcohol were already way too high. And I think most people understand that this is way beyond drama. This is not something which you can just ignore, which is Ludwig's go-to strategy, by the way. Now, if you guys have been following the series, the last time I called out Ludwig, he was defending iDubbbz and Anissa for essentially taking 34% of the profits of the Creator Clash charity event. And essentially people were calling out iDubbbz and Anissa for taking money from charity. And I did my best to give him complete grace regarding the situation. I said that it's just a bad take. And I memed on him. I called him a Hassan Glazer, which he is. But anyways, if you remember, Ludwig actually responded to me completely brushing off the situation. A chatter asked him about me and he said, I don't care about the Mr. Beast guy or the More Pegasus guy or whatever. And he basically said that he stays away from the drama frogs. Of course, he is so above it now, right? Now that he's quit his Mogul Mail channel, because he literally refused to criticize Hassan under any circumstances. And if he dared to start that channel back, everybody would be in the comments saying, why aren't you covering Hassan? And that is all okay. Some of this stuff is just drama. But this particular situation is actually serious. And in my opinion, if you actually have a moral compass, you would just take accountability for this. So people just know you aren't a complete scumbag. People are literally asking for the bare minimum.
And it's like, dude, I literally feel like I'm talking to a child right now. Like, I hate how in big 2025, you're 29 years old. We're pretty much the same age. I'm 31.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
35.
Well, then Ludwig is just forgiven. He's not 32, guys. He didn't learn empathy yet. It's time to forgive him, guys. Then Tectone talks about how Ludwig was fully aware of what Mango's doing, and he shows clips to back it up.
Maybe you just didn't see, and this is why you're ragging this way after the fact. Oh, let's watch this clip real quick.
Are you okay?
We're doing it here.
Here?
Well, apparently everyone's just trying to run it here because we got drinks and it's easy to set up.
I'm down.
Really?
Hi,
His eyes are glazed over. His speech is slurred. He's in an environment where his shirts are off because you thought of a great idea that it should be shirts versus skins.
What are you pulling her hair?
He's immediately trying to touch women.
Don't beat her ass.
You guys are amazing.
I won't let him beat you.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, no.
You push him away.
Thank you, Lud.
He comes closer.
For having me.
Hey,
Boink, boink, boink.
You know he's being weird.
Right, so it's kind of a crazy thing. It's like, listen, I'm a nobody, okay? I'm a nobody, but I'm like, if it was ever a time where I was like a big streamer like that, I was like, I would never want to. You would, and I think you guys probably think the same thing. Probably say the same thing. You would probably never want to be in that kind of environment if you're a big streamer. Because I think time and time again, we see like, having those moments like what we saw with Ludwig and Mango, you wouldn't want, if you ever like become like a big streamer, ever become like a big name or something like that, you want to make sure you're associating yourself with the right people. And I'm like, that is an environment I probably wouldn't even want to be a part of, even if I was in my mid-20s and I somehow blew up, I was like, yeah, that's not an environment. Like I think it's just not a morality of a high morality environment. I'm just saying. I was thinking to myself, I was like, I would never want to be a part of an environment like that if that was me. And I assume that you guys would probably be the same thing. Hey, I'm just saying. It's just something.
We literally see that Mango is trying to touch up on some girls, and Ludwig is fully aware of this. He is purposely pushing him away. So he's fully conscious. He knows exactly what's happening here. He knows Mango is in the wrong here. And instead of trying to help his friend, despite seeing all of this, he continues to encourage him to drink. I mean, come on. There's literally no excuse for this.
I got second in the...
It's right in front of you. You know he's being weird.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
Absolutely not. Right?
Borderlands sponsor actually good.
He's still being fucking weird.
It was fun. I was loving it. I love Borderlands 4. But this was the best game.
Not even out.
You push him away again. You then try to block him off from extra Emily.
She only watched that shit once a month.
You know very well that he is completely far gone. You know he was being weird. You chose to keep him on the stream because he's the 2-time champion. You need him for content. You need him for views. You need him to make this event epic.
Ain't no party like a Luddy party. No, but for real, that shit is so weird and creepy. And again, absolutely nobody is justifying what Mango did. Obviously, being drunk is never an excuse to do something like that. It's just the fact that Ludwig is perfectly aware it's wrong, and he's aware enough to even control the situation, but he's still so desperate to make the event work, so desperate to use this guy, his best friend, for content, desperate for the clout and views of it, that he cheers his friend on. Ludwig sort of knew this was going to happen. He did not know that he's going to touch up on any girls or whatever, but he knew his friend would get drunk. That is literally why he invited him to the event, because he knows this guy's going to cause a bunch of chaos, and you know it's going to be entertaining for the stream. You're telling me Mr. Let's Up Those Numbers guy didn't know? And as pointed out before, the fact
I'm going to use that Let's Up Those Numbers as a meme clip, by the way.
that Ludwig can actually be compared to Johann Liebert from Monster, the most unhinged psychopath manipulator to ever exist, the guy who convinced an alcoholic to take another drink and convinced him to neck himself by jumping off a rooftop. I mean, Tecton also made this tweet where he just photoshopped Ludwig's face on top of Johann handing the guy a drink. Then he talks about how Ludwig refused to take even the lightest bit of hit to his reputation.
You couldn't even take a little bit of bad PR to ease it up on him even a little bit. You said, nah, f him. It's all his fault. I can't believe he did that. You said, oh, man, disgusting. I don't condone that. Oh, pathetic. Not me. You couldn't have said, man, I feel horrible. Mango was my friend. I knew he was struggling with alcoholism,
Jed, good to see you, man. Let's not.
I invited him anyways.
Jed, good to see you, man. But let's be careful with that, though. But let's be careful with that. But we are talking about the whole Ludwig. I just wanted to react to the whole Ludwig and Mango situation that was popping off, man. But yeah, no. Jed, let's I see where you come from, Jed. I'm just saying, man. Let's pump the brakes on there a little bit on there. Let's pump the brakes. I'm just saying, let's just pump the brakes a little bit on that, man. Just saying. That being said, though, the whole thing with her running a red light while live streaming. I'm like, bro. Are you for real?
I was warned. I didn't listen. People warned me again. I didn't listen. I fed into his weakness. I fed into his vices, and he fucked up. And I hate the fact that I put him in that position. You didn't say that. You couldn't take any heat off of that. You let him fry and die by himself, and now his life is over. And I mean this genuinely, Ludwig. You completely butt Mango's entire life.
You know the best part about this? Everyone kind of knew this is exactly who Ludwig was. Everybody had this suspicion where Ludwig will do anything to save his own reputation, and it doesn't matter who he hurts in the process. I mean, you'd posted this YouTube comment of the day from my channel, and the top comment of my video.
I'm covering this. It's just, bro. This whole Ethan. The reason I wanted to cover this is just this whole thing with Ethan suing Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron, bro, this is just getting crazy. This whole thing is just getting insane, and I feel like there is going to be ramifications from this lawsuit in the content creator sphere. It's interesting that why there's a lot of drama that revolves around Hassan's orbiters. Hassan's orbiters basically, and I kind of agree with I think I agree with Legal Mindset in that I think this is a precedent, because if Ethan gets this win, this is probably him setting up for, this is likely a setup for Ethan Klein of H3 to set up a full lawsuit against Hassan. I think that's what it comes down to. I really do think that this is all set up because I get the reasoning behind it. No, I'm just saying this is all set up. He's warming himself up because if he can get a W out of this, then his target is Hassan, and he's probably going to go full on with a lawsuit against Hassan Piker completely. Which, granted, to be fair, I'm just saying I don't like neither party in this, but it's funny how Hassan's orbiters always keeps getting in trouble with situations like this, and Ludwig is an Hassan orbiter.
Ludwig, the type of guy to hide his zombie bite in the apocalypse. And it's a meme comment, but if you think about it, it's kind of true. Bro will do anything to save his own ass. And what do you do in this situation? It is him sacrificing his own friends to survive. The fact that this comment fits is actually crazy. What the heck? The zombie that bit him? Oh my god, what the XQC, bro. He's the type of guy who would know how to cure the zombie infection, but won't say so because Hassan said on stream that the world deserves an apocalypse. Actually true. Hassan owns you, little bro. So let's check out Asmongold's response. Apparently, he has his own separate beef with Ludwig. Because if you remember, Ludwig and his chat absolutely hate Asmongold and constantly glaze Hassan. I'm not entirely sure why. It's probably because, he hangs out with Hassan, probably agrees with some portion of his politics. Hopefully not the terrorist propaganda, but who knows at this point.
Yeah,
Considering his girlfriend hosts a podcast with him and was there during the Hezbollah clip as well.
But I just don't respect people's morals. Like Ludwig goes and pulls up my chat to try to make me look bad. You're getting this brought up because you trying to play games on me. You trying to make me look bad. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay, mango is like an alcohol.
Listen, power. Listen, man. Just listen, okay? This is why this whole lawsuit is entertaining, because we are seeing the downfall of Twitch in real time. We are witnessing the downfall of Twitch in real time. I think that's what makes it entertaining, Power. We are seeing the downfall of Twitch in real time. Like, you can't be like Hassan saying all these different things, support, bringing in Terry's on stream, openly supporting Terry's on stream. But yet in this same token, you have people like Tectone who have been banned 3 times for banned at least 4 times, 2 for calling Denims the W word, and he got banned for He got banned for 7 days just for calling Frogan fat. When the same Frogan who said that Americans deserve PTSD. Oh, sorry. American veterans deserve PTSD. But Tecto calls Frogan fat, and he gets banned for 7 days. Which it's actually correct. She is fat. So
even Ray immediately knows this is a little bit not great.
That's dangerous. Let's up those numbers.
I better not even for a fucking second hear anything about my chat. Oh, my chat said something bad.
Wait, hold up. Black female protagonists. Let's check Asmon's chat real quick. Halo DEI. DEI trailer.
That's why it's entertaining. Right? It's so entertaining.
If you didn't notice, that woman, you heard me say woman, was black. So that is woke and not a game I'll play.
So you trying to make me look bad because of my chat, but you don't want to look bad because of your friend?
I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moo's event.
That you told to drink alcohol at your party? You knew he was blood alcohol poisoning level drunk, and you were gassing him up. But the moment that I watch a trailer and I don't say a single thing, you're trying to farm hate on me. I wonder which one is worse. Oh, my chat said something bad. Fix your friends. Then maybe we can talk about my chat.
Dude, oh my god, Ludwig is such a pathetic worm, bro. The funny thing is, he's actually acting exactly like Hassan here. I mean, isn't that like a move that Hassan would do? Oh, let's check Asmongold's chat real quick.
Of
He
course.
probably doesn't like the black woman in the video game. You know, because he's
course.
probably just racist and sexist or something. That's the implication, by the way. That's the quiet part that is not being explicitly said. I don't know. It's just such a cringe low blow to take. And you just know these people are massive hypocrites. Here he is crying about Asmon's chat, but then again, he's not responsible for hosting the event and encouraging his friend to drink himself to a poisonous level. Newsflash, one of those things is about 100 times worse than cringing at a dumb video game.
I think Ludwig is a fucking liar. I think he's a fucking snake. And I think he would throw anybody under the bus to avoid a hate threat of his own.
Oh, yeah.
Ludwig tries too hard to appeal to people. I agree. I'm not going to go as hard as Tectone, but I think that he tries too hard to appeal to people and it makes him feel inauthentic. I think that's where a lot of the negativity and hostility towards Ludwig comes from. I like Ludwig. I think he's smart.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's a little bit too smart, and people are starting to see through it. No amount of Hassan glazing is going to fix this. Your Lord and Savior is not going to help you out. My genuine advice to him is just take accountability. You effed up really bad. Just own it. Apologize, especially to Mango, and then move on.
What the thing is that like Jed, and I don't know who Connor is, but it just seems from what I'm just kind of observing from this, like Ludwig seems that kind of person who just throw any friend of his under the bus if it means to save his own skin. You know, that is a snake behavior. It is very much the behavior of a snake.
Obviously, you can't change the past now, but you can make it a little bit better by showing you're not a heartless freak and you actually care about the situation. Ludwig has picked a side. Let's see how it works out for him. Never be on the Hassan side of things. You are going to get cooked every single time. This perfectly encapsulates Ludwig. He's perfectly fine with something, then sees that it's unpopular on the internet and completely changes his opinion. Oh my god, this is like perfect, actually. Am I being called out for this? Okay, no, I don't support it anymore, guys. Ludwig needs permission from his wife's boyfriend Hassan before taking accountability. Oh my god. Are we gonna turn him into another iDubbbz here? Anyways, moving on to the Emiru situation. So basically last time we talked about this, Emiru was being harassed by a bunch of Redditors and Twitter people for saying that stealing content is wrong. And she essentially supported Ethan's side of the lawsuit. So obviously a bunch of Hassan supporters came out of nowhere and started calling her vile things. Well, turns out the guy who called her out was a Hassan moderator who was a complete degenerate freak. Wow, what a surprise. The insane person who called out Emiru after she briefly mentioned Ethan Klein's lawsuit is a Hassan Piker Twitch and Discord moderator. So here we got this person called Gorby Chav who says, woman who hangs out with every grape she meets, I think Israelis are fine. By the way, she never mentioned Israel. And here we have his Discord account, and here we got...
I think that is a big problem with, I think that is a big problem. I think that's one of the big issues with the internet is that, you know, or social media and such as that, is that, you know, a lot of people are given so much free reign to, you know, say what they want to say, to make those kind of accusations and shit like that. And, you know, they're protected behind a keyboard. You know, we saw the situation with, what's her name? Michaela, Save a Fox, who sadly took her own life. And that was from a creator who made those accusations against Michaela, and it forced her to take her own life. And they're not taking any form of accountability whatsoever, playing the victim in all this, when, you know, you cost a husband. A husband now doesn't have a wife anymore. A daughter doesn't have a mother anymore because of you. And the thing I always want to bring that up is because in relation to this, one of the common things that I see with I guess the thing that I want to kind of see out of this lawsuit personally is I want to see I actually want to see Tectone move forward with with suing Denims for defamation, because Denims has openly called Tectone a grapist, that he's the child of a grapist, and that he's done all these horrible things, and it's all true. You know, not just him, but, you know, the son calling him a PDF file and a son of a rapist. And that, you know, it's been openly, that wasn't the case. It's openly that wasn't a case, that, you know, Tectone's father was, Tectone's father wasn't a rapist. He was more of just a sexual harasser. I'm trying to make sure I got the statement correct. But when you call somebody let me put it this way, because I do need to get to work real soon. My stance is that that is a very, very serious allegation. It is a very, very serious allegation to me personally, because if you call somebody a rapist, because you know, when I saw that with when Rich of Review Tech USA had that crash out, he called Smash JT a rapist. Openly said Smash JT was a rapist. And that is, to me, a very serious accusation. And you better have proof to back that up. Otherwise, you're probably looking at the grounds of a lawsuit, though. And I say that personally because my best friend of 20 years, my real life best friend of 20 years, she was great. She had to deal with that struggle snuggle situation, and it happened at a party. It happened at a party after I left, and it was with her and two other high school friends. So yeah, I was very pissed about that, and I'm just like, and so I guess that in some ways that to making those kind of accusations and seeing how that's so much thrown around now, more than just like incel and all those other things. Yeah, I think it's justified that you know, Tectone probably should move forward with going after Denims and such like that, man. I think it's justified that Asmongold has no sympathy for Caseytron, because Caseytron basically accused him of, you know, of killing his own mother. Was making those accusations of Asmongold killing his own when his mother passed away. So yeah, I think those accusations, I think it's warranted. Honestly, I think the lawsuit is warranted. I think I do think that Ethan's lawsuit is warranted, to be honest. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's a very strong statement, and that is something that you need to have proof. Otherwise, that's defamation. And it's saying that it's all true. I'm like, where's your proof?
A Twitch mod for us.
Personally, I think, despite him having to be banned for 2 weeks, Tectone, I think, had every right in his. I think Tectone was in. I even though I think it's wrong, I still think Tectone was probably justified in basically calling Denims what she actually is, the W word.
Son Diddy Piker, you cannot make cinema this good. No, apparently this guy sent this message. Attention, if you're protesting in LA today, please stop by the Kobe and Gigi mural and make sure it's still ruined.
This pissed me off. This pissed me off completely, and why I wanted to share this video, because this is Hassan's moderator, Twitch moderator on Discord, and he makes a post basically wanting to make sure that the mural for one of if not one of the greatest one of the greatest basketball players to ever touch a basketball is still desecrated. Do you understand how? You really don't understand how much it affected a lot of us when on that day we heard that Kobe and his daughter Gigi passed away. You don't understand that. You don't understand how disrespectful that is. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, I really hope Vanessa sees this. I really do. And I really hope she takes action. Because this is disrespectful what you did. There's no justification. I find zero justification for the whole LA riots from like last month or so, a couple weeks ago. I find zero justification. And the fact that you would go out of your way to desecrate, the fact that you would desecrate this beautiful mural of Kobe and his daughter is one thing. But also the second thing is that you would actually advocate for people to make sure that that mural is still desecrated. You're going to get arrested. You are going to get arrested for it. Sorry, that hit a nerve. It punched a nerve with me. Seeing that really hit a nerve with me. Black Mamba forever, but Black Mamba forever.
Bro, what did Kobe do to you? Absolute unhinged psychopaths. How is this helping your cause at all? Right, so Asmon called him out and he responded, Asmon killed his mom by buying her cigarettes and surrounding her with filth. So again, just doubling down and slandering someone again. I mean, I can't expect much from a literal Hassan moderator, but come on. So let's check out Asmon's response.
What is this here? Oh, I saw this. So there was
I get no, and to Emerald, I get that. Oh no, I get that, Emerald, because I remember on the day of his passing, it wasn't even like what, 5 minutes after the body was cold, people were already bringing up all those accusations in Colorado. People were bringing up when the body wasn't even cold. Oh, I remember that. Sorry.
As an individual, this person has decided to go out, say that Imaru hangs out with every rapist that she meets, and to say that Israelis are fine. This had nothing to do with Israelis. It had to do with React content. And this person is making all of this up and farming hate on someone who doesn't even know what the fuck a Zionist is. This person is advocating not only for vandalism as a baseline, but on one of the most iconic basketball players. This is the person right here. This is the kind of loser, repulsive. Oh, Asmongold killed his mother by buying her cigarettes. Guys, again, I don't care about this. This is just simply him talking shit, advocating for vandalism, and defacing Kobe's mural with his daughter. Both of them tragically died in a helicopter accident. And he did this just a few days ago. And this is one of Hassan's moderators.
And it gets even worse than that, guys. I'm not joking. He locked his account after people found out he had several profiles on Korn sites with his full name and everything.
Oh my god. So you're telling me the guy who was harassing Emiru is a terminal gooner? Bro, literal
47 years old. 27. He is a terminal gooner. 30,745? And this is Hassan's moderator on Discord.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
I'm just telling y'all, goon responsibly. I feel like I need to make an advert on that. Goon responsibly, okay? This is the account of Hassan's moderator on Discord, who is harassing Emaru. You can't make man, this whole situation, bruh. I'm telling you, this whole situation is just you can't make this up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Bro, what are we doing, man? What are we doing here? I don't know. That's on a corn website, but bro is 47, and you harassing Emaru, and you one of the biggest supporters of Hamas Titty Piker. Jesus Christ.
37-year-old gooner, 31,000 prawn videos? How do you even do that? That level of terminal gooning is crazy. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, you cannot even...
Guys, I'm telling you, listen, listen to all my listen, my channel, okay? I'm just saying, Ray, goon responsibly to all everybody in the CSF Nation here, to my to our connoisseurs of culture, to our men and women of culture. Make sure you goon responsibly, okay? Goon responsibly. Emerald, that goes for you too, okay? Goon responsibly, all right? Goon responsibly. I feel like this should be like a Dos Equis commercial, you know? I'm just saying, goon responsibly. But I'm just saying, Ray, you gotta. I'm just saying, we know our limits here, okay? We know our limits here, all right? We know our limits. We know our limits, all right? We ain't terminal. You have gooned the prawn sites for 31,000 videos. I'm a gooner artist. We are not the same. I should make that a meme, but then we are not the same, okay? I am a gooner artist who just wants attractive women in media, especially in video games. We are not the same.
Even make a TV series this good. Not even Netflix, Disney, or Amazon or whatever could live up to this level of entertainment, bro. It is so perfect. Average Hassan fan. And don't worry, it gets worse.
So if Hassan is wondering why nobody wants to support him and his community, because your community is full of a bunch of weird fucking freaks. When it's one of your moderators and this is a person that's representing your community and they're doing this, they're leading hate raids on other partnered streamers based off of a just completely, totally baseless fucking lie, advocating for vandalism. I don't know who this guy is. The more that we find out, the worse it gets. It says, I'd low-key go in heat and start leaking juice from my gaped hole in cage. You're in class and you see this, what would be your reaction? Isn't it? Wait, so this guy's going and making sexual comments about high schoolers? And this is the person that is farming hate on Emaru?
You're farming hate on Emaru and you're making comments about high schoolers. What was that? What was that whole thing? What was that? What was that, guys? What was that? Isn't that the sign of an auntie? What was that? I'm sorry. What was that, guys? don't we have aunties who are like that though? You know, if you if this character of a certain height is, you're a PDF. If you like this character if you like a certain, a character like Saba or like a Gura, of a certain height, then you're a PDF file, right? But you're making sexual comments about high schoolers. Listen, guys, you can't, you just can't, okay? You can't make it.
God, you can't make this shit up.
Bro, I'm just saying, you can't, okay? You simply can't. You can't make comedy like this, okay? I'm just saying.
And telling everybody that I killed my mom, and is a moderator for Hassan. Remember when Hassan was baby raging over XQC and your chats being unmoderated? Yep, that's right.
Whenever your chat was calling me out, bringing my name up for no fucking reason, we're just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat, and I thought that was up.
Well, the worst part is that the real abuse on his community comes from his moderators themselves.
Okay, so this guy is thirsting over high schoolers? How is it that the Hassan supporters are some of the most degenerate freaks in existence? How does the profile match up every single time? I mean, it just can't be a coincidence anymore. There has to be something in the blood of every Hassan supporter that turns them into freaks. Also, I just find it so interesting that they randomly bring up Israel Palestine when Emiru didn't even mention that at all. She was also talking about the lawsuit, which is to do with copyright. But of course, they have to insert their own politics into the situation. And keep in mind, that tweet got 75,000 likes on Twitter. Now, I don't know if it's been botted or anything like that, but the amount of idiots on that website is genuinely shocking. The amount of idiots that follow Hamas Diddy Piker and his cronies. This is basically their go-to strategy. They will just brand anybody they disagree with a Zionist or an Israel supporter, and that will basically radicalize their community against them. So then he talks about why it's so important to actually talk about this stuff.
These people will stop doing this the moment that they feel like this type of behavior is unpopular. And as soon as people don't have a reward structure around it, it immediately evaporates. And that's the reason why I talk about it so much, is to make sure that it doesn't happen. And they're too far gone. No, you'd really be surprised at how fast people reacclimate whenever they realize they're not getting validation. And it's an insult to all mentally ill people that are like me. You're right. Yeah, that's true. 1 million views on that. Who the fuck is this person? It's just a random retard that makes up lies. And this is the reason why, again, you should never engage any of these people on the substance of what they're saying, because they're just manipulative liars that don't care about anything other than destroying people's reputation in order to push their worldview. There's no reason to try to stay above the board with these people. There's no reason to try to explain things to them. They're just parasites, and they should be treated like it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why these videos we make are so important, because
it's as harsh as it is, and it does sound harsh. He kind of has a point. Like Hassan was saying, Mika saying about, like, when a lot of these people not Hassan, I mean, Asmongold was making a point in that when people like Hassan go low, you're justified to go lower. You don't need to take the high. It's like, is it really, you can take the high ground, and I would always recommend you taking the high ground, but Asmongold's got a point. If they go low, you may have to go lower. You may have to go lower. If they go low, you go lower then. I mean, if this is the kind of game you want to play, I wouldn't recommend it. Everybody take the high ground. You're more everybody in this chat has higher morals than the people in subject right now. Everybody in this chat has a lot more morals, has a higher morality count, that has a much higher morality level than people like Hassan or Denims or Ludwig or anybody else. But I get what you're saying, but I get it, because it's like, if they go low, then you may have to go lower. I get it. I would. It's a weird thing because I would always recommend you just take the high ground. Just take the high ground sometimes. It depends.
Hassan and friends and fans go around constantly harassing and slandering people left and right. And suppose you are a random person, you are not in the drama, and you just see this on Twitter, on your feed. You would automatically think Amy Rue is some random political person who is a staunch Israel supporter, friends with rapists, like just the most unhinged stuff. It's just so unhinged, the sort of community that Hassan cultivates. And the fact that that guy is in a position of power in Hassan's community and is actually like his Discord and Twitch mod, it just shows what kind of a community he's cultivated. That guy is going to be the guy policing your speech, by the way. That guy's supposed to maintain order in his community. No wonder you got people spamming hearts for literal shooters. So here's what people are saying. 47 gay gooners Hassan mod checks out. Asman, judge me by the people who hate me. I thought he'd be an immature 17-year-old, not a grown-ass man pushing 50. Hassan about to wipe his Discord server.
Oh yeah, he's about
for the 5th time this month. Oh yeah, if you're new to the series, that's a thing that Hassan does a lot. He'll basically keep wiping his Discord because it has the most incriminating shit on him. Last activity 2 days ago. Hating and goading. Oh yes, I just lived that classic lifestyle. You know, I hate that I goon. I hate that I goon. 30k prawn videos on one side is wild. We also have this clip of Hassan once again crying about Asmongold.
I think it started when he played Twitch or Terrorist after he came back from his ban and leaned heavily on deplatforming terrorist supporters because you made him look very bad in that debate and forced him to apologize, which angered his fan base. Yeah, that could be it. I think him playing Twitch or Terrorist was definitely a turning point for me, especially because he was leaning heavily on aligning with Destiny and Dan Stalkman, Sex Pestiny and Dan Stalkman, when in fact he knew how much they fucking stalk my ass, and has even in private correspondence told me that he could not believe how much they fucking stalk my ass.
Yeah, this guy just lies as easily as he breathes. I would not trust a word he says. I mean, it's crazy you call everybody stalkers when the people you hang around are the most insane freaks imaginable. Your literal Discord mod is a terminal gooner who's thirsting after high schoolers and is basically slandering everybody left and right, but I assume you're okay with that considering you do the same. And can we just remember, Hassan literally called Ethan a stalker, like a mentally ill stalker, for defending his own copyright and just suing Hassan Orbiter. Based on copyright law, nothing to do with stalking. Like, you just cannot be serious, bro. And oh my god, bro, this guy's just so obsessed with Asmongold. It's crazy. And Destiny. Apparently, Destiny's taken a little bit of a backseat, but he's come up again. Anyways, let's move on to Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein's latest Instagram stories take aim at...
Yeah, get that out. Yeah. So anyway, I gotta get ready for work, guys. To get ready for work. I know we're running on a bit too long and I need to get going. So listen, you guys have been amazing. I have a video in about an hour's time. I got a video in about an hour and it is on the Lara Croft. You guys wanted me to talk about the Lara Croft, voted on me talking about the Lara Croft situation, and it's done. By the way, this is the drawing. This is page 40 in my sketch diary of classic Lara Croft in all of her glory. The video will be at like 9:45, 10 o'clock or so. So make sure to check back here on the channel and check that out. It won't be a premiere. So we'll just have to watch it. You'll watch it on your own time. But yes, ring that bell for notifications though. Make sure you guys are updated with me. Ring that bell when the video finally drops. So, and otherwise, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. I think I'm practically done with Brie. I am practically done with Brianna. So we are practically done. So I'll post that up later today, along with the time lapse to go with it as well. You guys have been amazing. Tomorrow, because I need to get ready for work. Tomorrow will be what am I thinking? Tomorrow will be peak gaming. Tomorrow is going to be peak gaming. We're going to do we're going to try out Mecha Break, but we're also going to try out this waifu this what I like to call this waifu dungeon crawler called, I forgot what the name of the title was. Dungeon Stalkers. We're going to try out this waifu dungeon crawler called Dungeon Stalkers. It was recommended by it was recommended by I saw Tebow. If you guys may know him as Minimal Effort Gaming. I saw Tebow playing this the other night, and I was like, this looks very interesting. So I figured I would try that out. By the way, guys, subscribe to Minimal Effort. Tebow's a really, really cool guy. So just get that out way. Anyway, guys, I am done with Bree. Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle. Thank you to all the channel members. I will see you all later this morning. I'll see you all in about an hour for the video. Well, I have a new video in an hour. And Peak Gaming on Thursday. Friday, we'll probably do a Makini live. We'll do a July 4th special of Makini live on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday will be a regular schedule with Peak Gaming on Saturday and then Makini live on Sunday. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And there's a stream. What? Okay, I will check that out. Anyway, that's some dishwashing. Nice. Anyway, guys, I'll leave you guys to it. So I need to get out of here. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you all later. I'm Makini 90R Sermon Illustrator. And until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love, never apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially in your video games. You're better than Ludwig. You're morally better than Ludwig. Just take glee in the fact that you don't stab your friend, you don't throw your friends under the bus. You're better than Ludwig. And above all else, never stop drawing. Have a great rest of your morning, and a new video will be dropping later in about an hour. I love y'all. Peace.
Cute, sexy, and fun. And that is definitely the best way to describe our channel members too. We'd like to thank everyone in the CSF Nation for your incredible support. Join the channel for as low as $1 a month to get access to exclusive art drops that Makini drops every 2 months for his channel members. And all your support goes to helping out the channel and helping Makini put out the best content he can for you all to view and you all to enjoy. He appreciates all of your support, and we also appreciate your support as well. CSF Nation for life. Mwah! Gracias. Thank you for tuning in to Makini in the Morning and getting your morning started off on the right foot with us. If you enjoy this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle. Share the show out to everyone you know. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. Become a channel member for as low as $1 a month. You want to support Makini further, and if you want to see more content from Makini and help him reach his 6K subscriber goal, hit that subscribe button. He would really, really appreciate it. I am Marisa Tali, producer and weather girl for this very program, and we all wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. We will see you all next time here on Makini in the Morning. Mwah! Makini in the Morning is filmed before a live studio audience at Makini Studios in Arcadia Village's South Tower, right here in Pacific City. We know that you guys love waking up with us here on Makini in the Morning, but if you would like to actually be in the live taping of Makini in the Morning, all you have to do is visit youtube.com/Makini90 or call 765-9077 toll free for free tickets. We would love to see you here in the audience for our next Makini in the Morning live show. Makini in the Morning is produced by Survey Night Productions, with Makini Charles Productions in association with Nisla Zapai Television and Makara Banks Entertainment, and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.